or I can come back outside with a changeup on him. Because when he see these 3 fastballs and I give him a changeup, that makes that changeup look much more effective because he's looking for that fastball and he's out ahead of it. And all the changeup is the fastball that you hold back farther in your hand, and he sees it come out your hand with the same wrist action. But because you took the wrist action away by pushing the ball back in your hand, if I had a ball, I can illustrate it better, it comes out slower. So he's ahead of that pitch. And then after I come back, show him that changeup, and I show him a fastball, the fastball looked just much more quicker. So over the first trip through the batting order, what's the first thing you ask when the leadoff man finished? What he got? So when you're looking for that what he got pitch that he told you he got, and he showed you that second pitch, about the second trip around the order, you're looking for one of them 2 pitches. Now you blend in your third pitch, and you got him off balance because he get up there, and he looking for one of those 2 pitches you done showed him so far, and you show him a third pitch he ain't seen yet. So now you got him off balance. And that's the second trip. In that game, you go average 3 at-bats. So by the time you get to his third at-bat, and if you got a 4th pitch, now in the sequence of that pitch, to him, you're showing him a pitch that he haven't seen before in the 4th pitch. So he's either looking for the changeup, the curveball, slider, and then you drop a 4th pitch on him. He ain't looking for that. Does that make sense to you guys? This is the next level. It's about keeping hitters off balance. You don't pitch down the middle of the plate. The only time you pitch down the middle of the plate is when you're behind in the count. You have to come to them. That's why it's a hitter's count. The hitter's sitting on something. And when it's a hitter's count, just because it's a fastball don't mean you necessarily swing at it. It can be one, but not one you're looking for. You're looking for a specific pitch in a specific location when you're ahead in the count. Hitting. And again, I'm cramming in what's, a couple months of instruction. Like, when y'all go back to high school, you're going to start your practicing. This is all it's done. So, I'm just cramming it in. You ain't going to get it all. All right, so that's one phase of hitting. Pitching. Balance point, lead arm, lead shoulder. You have to, when you get to your balance point, give me a pitch up here. Who are my pitchers? Hurry up, we're on the time. All right, when you get a pitch up here, or your pitching motion. Your balance point. Drop this. Drop this. This is your balance point. Your pitcher, you're supposed to be able to hold it right here. This is supposed to be relaxed. This is supposed to be relaxed. This is your balance point. Everything triggers from here. When the pitcher comes out his balance point, he goes down. Oh, here you go. He goes down. From his balance point, he goes here. This arm goes up. This goes down. This is straight, and he follows it straight down. That's your balance point, lead arm, lead shoulder. When you come in here and you're throwing the ball, it's called short arming the ball. If you had a mound and you had a straight line down here, when you come here, you land here, you're locking yourself out. I had an old Yankee scout to tell me one time when I was scouting, I met him in spring training. He told me, he said, when we go see a pitcher, I don't care how good he is, if we see him throwing across his body, he could be throwing 90. We get back in our car and leave because it's going to lead to arm trouble down the road. And once pitchers have arm trouble, they basically through. Quickest way to the big leagues is pitching and catching, but guess what? Check the stats. The life of your average major league pitcher is 2 to 3 years. The Roger Clemens and the Stars, they stay around because they know how to condition themselves and make it through a whole season. Because 162 games season in the major leagues for a pitcher, before All-Star break, when you're a young pitcher, you don't even feel your arm. You just be out there throwing. Because you had so many innings, you ain't used to it. Veteran pitchers know how to condition themselves. And then they know how not to get out there and try to strike everybody out. They know when to use their fastball and when not to. Because it'll take its toll. Just let your defense work for you. So when you get here and you're here, you have nowhere to follow through because you're locking yourself out. When you open that shoulder up, that leg up, and pull it down, now you can follow through. And again, I'm just running through it real fast. All right, pitching, hitting, fielding. The next level, let me backtrack to hitting. On this level, when you get good pitchers on the mound, as I told you earlier, they'll hook up in 1-0, 2-1 ball games. Team that blinks first. So what you have to do is you have to understand manufacturing runs without the benefit of a hit. You get a man on base, he walks, whatever to get on base. You get the first man on base, either that man steals second or you bunt him to second. He's in scoring position now. He's in scoring position. That's where you want him. If you get a base hit with a run on first base, at best he's going to third base. If you get a base hit on second base, he should score 9 out of 10 times. So you have to, when you get a man on base, you have a job to do outside of getting a hit. You have to advance that man to the next base with less than 2 outs. Now on the college level, when you come up and there's a man on first base, your job is to hit the ball to right field, basically make contact, put it over the infielder's head and move the man to the next base. It's not up there taking big hacks. There's a swing you have with no man on base and when you're ahead in the count, and there's a defensive swing you have when you're trying to produce a run. Why we had extra in the game, put the man on second base, and the first man was the key to bunting him to third base, because if you bunt him, then a fly ball, ground ball brings home a run. You don't have to score a run with the benefit of a hit. You got to understand that on the next level. Because see, the difference in the next level in high school, you're the local stars on your high school team, and the coach kiss your butts on the high school level. College, coach don't get you. You don't follow his rules, you ain't gonna be on the field. Go to college. We got practice at 4 o'clock, walking at 4:01. You running the whole practice. You running the whole practice. If we practice 2 hours, you running. That's college. Come late, you don't play. High school, you know, the stars of the team. Been years since I coached high school, but it ain't changed. High star of the team, come late, coach kissing us. Is he the best pitcher on the team? He need him, coach. Don't happen in college. 1 minute late, you running on the college level. And don't think, oh, okay, I ran, I'm finna play tomorrow. College level, when you get benched on the college level, you may not see the field for 2 weeks or the rest of the season, depending on the coach. So the next level is all about discipline. Coach don't care. He don't care about you. You ain't the star. So when you go on the next level, you got to prepare yourself for discipline, because there are many ball players out there that have that same dream that you want to do, is play on the next level. This, as I showed y'all yesterday, this is what the evaluation system that Major League Scouts look for as a ball player. Now, all of you guys want to be future prospects, future ball players. You got to apply yourself. You got to eat, drink, and sleep baseball to play on the next level. And then still hope you get that opportunity. Because when I scouted, you cover every high school and every college and summer league program in your territory. In Illinois, there's over 1,100 high schools. In Texas, there's over 1,500 high schools. Indiana, there's like 600, 700. Picture that by 20 guys on the team want to play baseball. Your high school programs outnumber your college programs by about a 15-to-1 ratio of players. So it's less players. They get the opportunity to play college ball. And we're trying to introduce you to that level that you need. You have to learn to let your tool that you have be your meal ticket to get you through the door. If your greatest aspect is speed, then you use that speed to your advantage. You learn how to run the bases, you learn how to steal bases, you learn what it takes to be the fastest player that you can be, and then when you get in front of scouts and coaches, you know how to showcase your speed. If your arm is your strongest thing, then you know how to use that arm. If you play a position, when you go to college, when you move on to past college, usually you play one position. You got to master that position inside out. You got to know how to play that position on defense if you want to play on the college level.